Good morning, everyone. A very good morning. So, shall we begin the session? Today's topic is the same, that is a revision of the quality system in IT. That is, what is quality system in IT, how it is used. That is only the just the revision part of this. So, how it is used, why it is used, why should we follow for the quality management in the IT, or why should we use? So, in the last class, we have said about the hierarchy of the needs. What are the various needs that is carried out? That is the hierarchy of the needs that includes the self-actualization needs, esteem needs, social needs, safety needs, and particular the psychological needs. So there are multiple needs that we have studied about. Now let's see one by one what are the various person that is involved over here. What are the various what are the various interested parties? So interested parties have a performance, have a great interest in the performance, whatsoever the performance that is carried out in the data. So that performance is also used or of the interest that is carried out with the day, that is carried out with the performance of the success of any organization. However, the organization may have an interest, may have a date that is used, so that is used with the parties. Such parties may be the customers, maybe the owners, maybe the suppliers, maybe the contractors, maybe the investors, owners, whatever the data that is used for the connectivity, that is used for the various persons, that is used with the interested party. So that is used with the interested party that are producing them within the system, within the output that they are using with the end parties, that is benefit, but particularly for the people, that is also already used for the people, whatsoever the people that is used with content of the data. Now, first one is a customer. Who is a customer? So a product that possesses a feature that satisfy the customer needs is a quality product. So whatever the product that satisfies the customer, that is known as a quality product. So the product that possesses the feature that satisfies the customer needs, that is a customer that requires, or that is used with the customer. So the final product, or the final, we can say, that is a customer. So the customer is the only one that is the king of the all the things, who decide whether the quality of the product or the services you supply is satisfactory, whether you'll be conscious of this either by direct feedback or by loss of sales, reduction in the marketing share, ultimately loss of the business. So this depends on the customer, this depends on the organization that receives a product or the service, that is a customer, that may be a purchaser, that may be a consumer, that may be client or end user, retailer, or beneficiary. So this depends on the customer, this depends on the requirement of this one. So that may be an organization that receives a product or the services, that may be a purchaser, that may be a customer, that may be a client, that may be end user, that may be retailer, or the beneficiary. But the definition of the quality does not only relate to the customer that is used with the convenient to use the term customer, but the definition of the quality does not imply. Now, who is the internal customer? So whosoever the person that is used, so person of the organization that has the freedom to provide something or to withdraw something from the enterprise, that is known as the stakeholder. Stakeholder is a person who have a freedom to do something, to provide something with the data, with the content of the requirements. So whatsoever the data that is provided up, whatsoever the content that is provided up, so that is used with the content that is used with the supplier management. So a person or the organization that has a freedom to do something, to get something, that has to do or withdraw something from an enterprise, that is known as a customer. So customer is a stakeholder. They have entered into the commitment in return for some benefit, that possession of a product of the services, experience of a services that may bring. And the internal receivers of the product are not the stakeholder, therefore they are not carrying the customer. Then ISO 9000 2000 standard that also defines the customer as an organization or the person that receives a product. It is also implied that the organizations and the person also referred to as internal to the organization that also supplies a product, because to interpret the term customer as either internal or the external, that is used with the requirements in the ISO 9001 standards. The next one is a supply chain. So the transaction between the customer and the supplier is often a complex one. There may be a supply chain from the original producer though to the end users. At each every transaction within this supply chain, the receiving party needs to be satisfied, needs to be done. It is not sufficient to simply need to be satisfied with the customer that's satisfied before you claim to supply it to a product quality. And once a product leaves your premises, you may lose control and therefore cannot be held accountable for any damage that may product or that may become the product. But the inherent characteristics are your responsibility, that is your supply chain management. Then society. It is also a stakeholder because it can withdraw its support for an organization. So who is a regulator? That is a legal body authorized to enforce a compliance with the laws and the statutes of the national government, with the regulators, with the authority that is used, that is designed for the primary concern is the protection of the society. The next one is employees that may not be interested in the product and the services but are interested in the conditions in which they are required to work. And employees are the stakeholder, but because they can withdraw their labors also. The next one is the suppliers that are interested in the success of an organization because it may turn lead to their success. Therefore, suppliers are also the stakeholders because they can withdraw their partners and they can choose their customers. If you treat your suppliers badly, such as delaying payment of invoices for mistakes, you will find they terminate the supply at the first opportunity, that is putting your organization into a difficult position. The next one is the investors. So one of the most common type of stakeholder, owner, investor, including the bank stakeholder that are interested in the protecting their stake in the business. They will withdraw their stake if the organization fail to perform. And when we talk about the poorly conceived product and poorly managed processes, resources that will not yield the expected return and the action of the investor that can directly affect the supply chain, and although they are the customer, they are still feeding the supply chain with much related resources. And in the event that this supply of resources is terminated, the organization chooses to have the capability to serve its customers, that is the investors. And the success of any organization therefore depends on the needs and the expectations. What is the need? What is the expectation of the customer that is been carried out, that is used with the interested party, not just his customer and the owner. Now these are the interested party, these are the effectiveness criteria, but in the owner, then financial return, employee, job satisfaction, pace and condition, customer, quality of the product and the services, then community, contribution to the community with this one, supplier, satisfactory, mutual trading, then value of the share, compliance with the legislation. The next one is the characteristics of the quality, that is the classification of the product and the services. So when I talk about the comparison, that is also carried out with the category that are also comparing with the product and the fruits and the vegetable, we can say. Attracted to the certain product and the services by their price. As this is a very good example that we are attracted with the price of the product and the services. If the price is outside our reach, we don't even consider the product or the service. That is not my search, that is beyond my bound. This is the very fact, and we are already on the price comparison, hoping we can obtain the same characteristic that is we can get the same benefits but with the little prices or the low prices, and hoping we are obtaining the same characteristics with the less prices, with the less benefits, with the less price. And that is often trick aimed at aiming or making more benefits or more profit for the customer supply. And when certain products and the services are rare, the price tends to be very high, and when plentiful price is very low, regardless of the quality. And one can purchase the same items in the different stores at different prices, some as much as the money that is required. So whatsoever the money, whatsoever the data that is required, that is also used with the product and the services. So regardless of their quality, they are getting the result. One can purchase the same item in different stores with different prices sooner, and something that you might get, for example, 50% less on the online and 50% more on the offline mode, that is with the home. Then quality and the cost. So most often term that is used is the quality, that is a free of cost benefit where we are using this one. And all the errors and the reach zero defects, we would not only reduce our cost but also increase the level of customer satisfaction by several order of the magnitude, that is using the right time for the right, not doing the right thing but doing the right first time. So there is the quality product, quality cost that is available, and these costs are unavoidable, but we are paying in addition some cost to cover the prevention, detection and removal of the errors. And should the customer have to pay for the errors made by the other, there is also a basic cost if failure is not possible, and the additional cost in preventing and detecting failures and correcting failures, because our prevention and detection programs are very ineffective in the terms of the correcting errors. Now, high quality or the low quality, poor quality or the good quality. This depends on the poor quality, high quality, low quality that is used with the product. So products and services must conform to the customer requirement that are considered to be the products of the acceptable quality. However, we need to express our relative satisfaction with our products and the services, and as a consequence to use subjective terms such as high, low, good or poor quality. And if a product, that means customer satisfaction is of the acceptable quality, what we call one that has not required or that does not quit the meet the requirements. Then quality characteristics, these are the various quality characteristics like acceptability, availability, adaptability, cleanliness, consumption, durability. Then service quality characteristics, what are the various service quality characteristics that is used? That is accuracy, concurrency, control, comfort, competence, credibility, dependability, honesty, promptness. And quality, reliability, and the safety. There's a school of the thought that differentiate between the quality and the reliability and the safety and the this. Then quality parameters, that is the quality of the design, quality of the conformance, quality of the use. Then how to achieve the sustainable quality, there's the quality management principle that is also acquired, that is also used. These are the management principle that is used with this.